Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Everyday Homeschooler. My name is Sarah, and today I am so excited to share a brand new curriculum with you guys. This just came to print, and this is something that I have been anxiously awaiting to come out for several years now. Let me introduce you to Happy Cheetah Reading. Okay, so before we go any further, let me just do a little disclaimer here. I did not receive anything for free. I purchased this curriculum with my own money. No one is sponsoring this video. All of the opinions that I am putting here are just my own personal thoughts and opinions about the curriculum. Now that we have that out of the way, let me tell you about how I heard about this curriculum. I actually heard about Happy Cheetah Reading from its author, Dr. Karen Holinga, and you guys have heard me talk about her before. She is also the author of the Spelling UC program that is put out by Demi Learning. She lives locally here to me, and we actually use her to do our annual homeschool assessments that are required by our state. Dr. Karen has been such a great support and encouragement to me through the years as homeschool mama. She has really helped to give me a lot of advice and thoughts and encouragement as I've navigated the homeschool world. Dr. Karen is actually the one who first diagnosed my son Noah's vision struggles that he was having in kindergarten and first grade that, shockingly went hand in hand with some reading struggles that he was having. My husband and I did not know that he had any vision struggles at all. He had gone to his pediatrician appointments and had always passed all of his vision screenings, but she noticed immediately that he had something a little bit deeper going on and referred us to an optometrist that then gave Noah several rounds of vision therapy that helped his eyes tremendously and his reading. To say that I am excited about her new reading program is putting it lightly. This is something I've been asking for and hoping that she would produce for years and years. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's get this thing unboxed. I'm actually going to let Mariah open this up since she will be the one using the curriculum this year. And I don't know about you guys, but my kids love opening packages, especially curriculum packages. It's like Christmas morning. They get to open up something new, and it makes them so excited about starting the new curriculum. Okay, so now that we have everything out of the box, I need to explain one thing before we dive any further. I bought this curriculum pretty much the first week it hit the market, and since then, Happy Cheetah has changed its pricing and its structure of how it sells different packages. So what I purchased at the time was called the Remedial Reading Package. Well, since then, they have actually kind of repackaged it and have made everything that I purchased here part of their kindergarten package. In addition to everything I showed you in this box, in the kindergarten package, you also receive another workbook just like this, except it is called the Getting Ready Prep Workbook. It teaches your child all the letter sounds and how to write all of their uppercase and lowercase letters, and has them being able to spell short vowel short words like mug and fed. So just so you know, I won't have that prep workbook included in today's preview. If you're curious as to where to place your child in the Happy Cheetah Reading program, I would definitely direct you to their website. They have a placement test on there, a little assessment that will help you decide exactly where to place your child in the reading program. Okay, so now that we've gone through all of that, let's go ahead and do a good flip through of the workbook and the curriculum, see what's involved and how each lesson works. On our first page here, you just have your intro page with the title. Then there's a dedication page. And then here, this is a welcome letter from Dr. Karen, just kind of talking to you about why some students struggle with learning to read. And this is something she will say over and over: give your student as much help as necessary. The next page is talking about different auditory and visual learning challenges. And again, these big bubble quotes I think are so helpful. Of the students who are struggling with reading, about 80% of them deal with some sort of visual tracking issue. The next page continues on talking about dyslexia and dysgraphia. And again, do not label your student, and it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. On the next page, we have the 3 C's of successful reading. First, there's context. Again, making sure all of the information that you are presenting your child as they're learning to read is familiar to them and that they feel really confident about. Next is copy work and the best practices for copy work. And then calmness, making sure that you have a calm and encouraging environment for your child to learn to read. On the next page, it has guidelines to use Happy Cheetah Reading. Keeping lessons short. Each lesson is supposed to be 20 minutes or less. Not spending too much time on any one part of a lesson. Next, always set up your student for success. Again, this talks about a positive learning environment. Never teach to a weakness, but always teach to a strength. Being your child's cheerleader, staying upbeat, encouragement rather than discouragement, praise rather than criticism. And then again, as often as you possibly can, end the lesson with a smile on both of your faces. The next page is a reference page that it says on the back here you can remove. I probably will do that. It's a letter chart. So I will probably remove this and laminate this for Mariah to use throughout the year. And then it gets right into lesson 1. For the very first lesson, it is going to go along with reader number 1, which is called My Family. And on this day, it is just basically asking you to read the story to your child. So we'll just look at the very first story here of My Family. And there are notes on here as an instructor about how to read the story using your pointer finger on your dominant hand, not allowing your student to do any of the reading that day. So again, that part of context, really allowing your child to get familiar with the story. The next lesson, for lesson 2, again, I just love how these are laid out. They are just completely open and go. You just go down the list and follow the things. And again, I'm someone who likes to check the boxes. So as you complete each thing, you can check the box. So first, it is asking you to read the story, the same story from yesterday. Then you can get out the magnetic letters, which I have not opened just yet. Just do a little activity creating words from the story and some other additional words to go with it. Then it asks you to move on to game time. And as you saw in the unboxing, Happy Cheetah comes with 3 sets of game cards. You know which one is which because of the little dots. So we'll look at, game card set 1, here's 2, here's 3. Let's start with 1. As you can see, each of the cards in this set have one little cheetah spot in the corner. The other sets have 2 or 3, depending on which set they belong to, so that way you don't ever get them mixed up. Now, there are game suggestions in the back of the book on the last pages, but they also have them set right here on the flashcards in with your set of cards. So there's silly sentence, word blast, word grasp, and word bingo. So back to lesson 2, then you would move on to the read again section, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, and then a think and do, where there's several activities for your child to just draw lines, match things up. Again, uppercase mom with mom, this with this, matching the word. Then you move on to copy work. At the top here, it's asking your child to write their full first and last name, and it gives them boxes to write their uppercase letters in. And then there is just some tracing and simple copy work. And once you are finished, that is the end of the lesson. That is the entire day's work. And again, it is meant to be done in 20 minutes. Lessons continue to coordinate with the story that you read that day. Lesson 3 is again referencing it and the flow of what you're doing, reading, magnetic letters, game time, letter boxes, think and do, copy work. It's all the same flow every single day, but just with a little bit of different activities. And then we get to lesson 6, and this is the first one that looks a little bit different. It has a game time a see and say and a creativity time, which is optional, but I think would be really, really fun. I know Mariah would eat this up. It actually reminds me a little bit of some of the things they do in spelling you see when you get up into Jack and Jill and Wild Tales. Now I went ahead and flipped to lesson 14. You can see that your child has progressed. They are still working on that one same story for context, but their activities they're doing have changed just a little bit. And at the end of this lesson, you will see that there is a certificate of achievement that says they have completed lessons 1 through 14. There are certificates for every story that your child completes, and it will say has completed lessons 25 through 45 or whatever goes along with that story. So it really gives them achievement and a sense of pride of finishing something and excitement to move on to the next lesson. There are 90 lessons total in the book, so I thought I would skip towards the back because I know for me personally, I like to look at the beginning and the end of a book to tell where my child will start and where they will end up at the end of the year. This looks very similar to Spelling You See to me, where your child is filling in boxes and has the vowel boxes given to them. Once you get to the back of the book, there is your last certificate of achievement for finishing lessons 72 through 90. And then there are just reference pages and a little bit more about the author, about Dr. Karen Holinga. And then there are several pages of extra practice if you want your child to continue to practice writing their first and last name with the capital letter shaded boxes. There are several pages for that. And then again, that last page in the book covers the different options for game time. Okay, so I went ahead and took a few other things out of the package here. I wanted to show you guys. This is a really thick magnetic board that you can use the little letter magnets on here. They will stick right to this. You can see I'm holding it vertically. They are not moving. So this is great. It also comes with some magnetic dry erase markers that have the erasers built right in the top. And what I really like about these magnetic letters is that they have different colors for the vowels from the consonants, and they fit on this board just perfectly. You can see they fit right in this 2-lined handwriting guide, so it all just flows so well. So here is another item that came in the box. This is, I'm just going to read right off the back of the card here, Cheetah Cub Cheery Practice Dry Erase Alphabet Tracing Cards. Try to say that 5 times fast. But essentially what these are, they are flashcards. They came already hole punched and on this ring, which I love, and they are really good quality. They have that kind of plasticky laminated feel to them. It says letter A with a picture of an apple and then the word apple at the bottom. And then on the back, there is a handwriting guide with that handwriting without tears kind of feel, the 2-lined handwriting approach for how to form the letter A. It has all of the letters all the way A through Z. Here's another example of a Q for queen. And you can see on the back here just how to form that. I think that these would be really fun even if you wanted to take them off the ring and make them into like a garland in your classroom. I think that would be really fun. I'm interested to see how I end up using these with Mariah this year. Here is a look at all 3 of the readers. Again, I already showed you the one, the first story in the My Family book. The next one is Nana and Papa. And then here is the third book, Things I Like. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the price. The price of each level in Happy Cheetah Reading is currently $159 for kindergarten, first grade, or second grade. You can also order all of those levels combined into just the full Happy Cheetah Reading program, and that is $399. So just about $400 if you were going to purchase all of it at once. So here are my initial thoughts about the program. First of all, this is definitely an all-in-one language arts program. I love that it is all of those language arts subjects in one book, in one place, and in 20 minutes. That is something this homeschool mama needs. It definitely seems to be open and go. Doesn't seem like there needs to be really any prep work, which is awesome. I also love that it mimics so much of the spelling you see feel that I have come to love so much. And actually, when we went and did assessments, I asked Dr. Karen if I should be pairing spelling you see with Happy Cheetah for Mariah. And she said, absolutely not. Happy Cheetah will do enough spelling for her that we just don't even need to do that. You can do the Happy Cheetah program for kindergarten, first grade, and second grade, and then start in spelling UC in third grade. So right now, that's the plan I'm going to work with. I love the simplicity of the program. I love the structure and how repetitive it is every single day. I don't know about you guys, but my younger kids in particular thrive on structure and things being repetitive. I also really love the size of these readers. They are nice and small and compact, and they feel like you're reading a little chapter book. I feel like this is going to give Mariah so much confidence when she gets to sit and read these. They actually remind me a lot of kind of like a Beatrix Potter feel when she would make her little books that she wanted to make for small hands. I love the spacing of the letters in here of the text. I like the font that they are using. I love how much white space is on every page, and I like that there's an illustration on every page, but that it's very simple. It's very colorful, bright, contextually makes sense. I love these readers. I think these are going to be really fun. I'm also excited that this has such a Charlotte Mason feel to it. The idea of copy work and very short, concise lessons. That is definitely right up my alley with the feel that I'm trying to create in our homeschool. And I think that this curriculum does a really good job of covering different learning styles. I can see how it's intertwining auditory, visual, and hands-on activities with those games and the letter boards. I think that it really does a good job of covering different learning styles. I think that Mariah will probably move pretty quickly through this program. I envision that we will probably be done with it by mid-year and be moving into that first grade level. That's kind of my intention. I will definitely hop back on here and do a full video review of this Happy Cheetah kindergarten program once we have a few months under our belts. So if you haven't done so already, hit that red subscribe button and leave me a comment below. Tell me what programs you use for phonics or language arts with your kindergartner or first grader. Let me know if you've heard about Happy Cheetah before or if you're using it. I would love to find some mama friends who are using Happy Cheetah as well. If you like this kind of content, please give this video a thumbs up, like it below, and just keep coming back. I make new videos each week about education, homemaking, and everyday life. See you later.